Here we go. At first, the movie was going well. There was this clumsy female lead, the stubborn alpha male lead. But then the movie took a turn for the creepy. By the time PBG was howling and the female lost 2 limbs, holy shit, it was apparent we had fallen for false advertising. This was a horror movie, not a rom-com. Considering someone was stalking the female lead, it was hitting a little close to home. I grabbed PBG's hand and patted it, hoping to calm him down. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine now. At least it wasn't... The color drained from his face. I glanced at the screen. The male lead jumped into the ocean and was swimming towards the boat maybe a mile away. That's right. PBG's definitely afraid of sharks. That's like one of his fears. Oh no. PBG was wrong. He didn't respond. His eyes were glued to the screen. No. PBG, what? I jumped. There was a splash and a shriek. A shark grabbed onto the man's leg and pulled him under the water. I turned back to PBG, who was frozen, mouth open. Man, that was a good one. I'm not gonna try to make a better one. He flung himself out of his chair, tears streaming down his face, and sprinted up the aisle out of the theater. There was a small smattering of applause. People were evidently glad he left. Oh wow, that's kind of rude. I bowed my head in apology as I fled the theater, avoiding the angry looks of the other patrons. I found PBG leaning against a pillar outside, head pressed against the cool stone.
Hey.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry about that. Don't even worry about it. I never knew you were so afraid of sharks. Yeah, I don't get it either. He stood there breathing deeply, still looking pretty sick. Hey, do you want some cotton candy? Cotton candy?
Yeah.
I'll buy it for you. My treat. Okay, I could go for some cotton candy. We headed back to the train station, PBG munching happily on his pink cotton candy. He looked way better now. I wasn't sure why sharks made him so scared, or why he looked on the verge of death, but I was happy he was better. You can really scream, can't you? I didn't mean to... You don't think the other people in there were bothered by it, do you? No, it's a scary movie after all. I'm sure they expected it. You probably added to the excitement. PBG finished up his cotton candy, licking his fingers happily. I laughed. You know, I'm glad you were scared enough to run out of the theater. I didn't really like that movie.
What?
No? I wanted something to take my mind off things, but that... I'm glad you were scared because I got to focus on you instead. I'm not sure how I helped, but I'm glad I did. It's adorable. As we headed back to the dorm, CBG fell silent. It was oddly familiar, and soon I remembered this exact thing happened the night he bought me my game. He stopped me in front of Primrose House. Hana... Oh, here said it. Wait, you don't think that guy's gonna come back tonight, do you? He let out a breath I didn't know I was feeling disappointed for some reason. Because he didn't finish the line. You want him to say, I love you. It's coming, Hana, don't you worry. I don't know. Please be safe. Please. And text me if anything happens. You still have my number, right? No. Oh, here. PG pulled out his phone. Give me yours. I listed my number slowly for him, feeling my face heat up. For some reason, my heart was beating really hard now.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll send you a text. My phone vibrated in my pocket. When I pulled it out, I saw an emoji of a cookie and a shark. I giggled. I got it, thanks. Good, text me if you need anything. Anything at all. I mean it. It'll be better if you text me because I'll just be worried all night anyways. Okay, I will. It won't inconvenience me at all. Got it? Okay, I'll text you. Great, now get inside, it's cold. He ushered me up the front steps and held the door open for me. I curtsied to him. Thanks again, my dear knight. Any for you, my lady. I giggled as he let the door close. When I got to the staircase, I turned. PBG waved at me through the glass. I waved back. When I spent time with PBG, I felt relaxed. I wasn't worried about what was going to happen, or how I might mess up, or what someone would think. I wanted to talk to him, to be around him, to spend time with him. It was fun with him, and now that he was gone, I missed him. Sighing, I headed off to bed. The tournament was coming up soon. I needed my rest. Yeah, this tournament thing's kind of like... Holy shit. That was a big old knock. I shot awake with a jolt. Wait. Hadn't this happened before? I know. I think it's the... Laughter filled the hall. Then running footsteps sounded again, fading away into the distance. Chills ran down my spine. The bed wiggled and squeaked, and Mai padded softly over the door. Yup, another note. Mai read the note, then handed it to me without saying anything. My dearest Hana, you have refused my love repeatedly. I have borne this rejection gracefully, but now it has become too much. I see you hanging around with those other men, those normal boots men. I cannot abide it any longer. Alright, so we can confirm that this is nobody from normal boots. Please stop hanging around them. You never know, something terrible might happen. Yours ever, the admirer. My heart stopped. Something terrible? What did it mean by that? This was a threat. This was definitely a threat. What was the teacher? Text me if anything happens. Wait, it can't be the teacher. The teacher would be hitting on me, and that's not good. Text me if anything happens. Yes, text them. I grabbed my phone and frankly pulled up PBG's number. They came again. They left a threat this time. Seconds later, my phone vibrated. I'm coming. What, he was coming? No, you don't need to come. I sat and stared at my phone, waiting for a response, but nothing came. He's on his way. I glanced at Mai, who was climbing into her bed again. I think PBG is coming.
Hana.
Damn, he was fast. He was here already? I opened the door. PBG stood there. Disheveled and panting. Disheveled. The game's using the words I'm not used to again. Disheveled, disheveled, I don't know. And panting. Are you okay? You're not hurt, right? I didn't see anyone out here. No, I'm fine. PBG pulled me against him. He was hot and slightly damp, clearly having sprinted over from Bluebell House. Thank goodness. The person came and left this note. They hit our door again, but this time they laughed, like they were having fun. I pulled away from PBG and ran to get the note. He read it. He frowned. I really don't like this. He handed it back to me and nodded, as if he decided something. Hana, I'll be there for you no matter what. You don't need to be afraid of this guy, because I'm going to protect you. So feel free to decide how you want to deal with this situation. I know it's difficult for you. I'll support you no matter what.
PBG.
Thank you. I don't know what I want to do yet. Can I have some more time to think? Of course, anything. Thank you for coming all the way over here. I feel much better now. I'm sorry I woke you up. It's fine. I wasn't sleeping well anyways, so the jog probably did me some good. I nodded. PBG stood there smiling. Well, you can go back now. Oh, right. Can't really stick around in the girls' dorm, now can I? He smiled, but his tone seemed worried. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Okay, be sure to lock the door after I leave, okay? Okay. Text me again if there's any problems. I will. And draw your curtains shut. You don't want people trying to look in from outside. We're on the 3rd floor. Don't worry about me. Go to sleep. Wait, we're on the 3rd floor? It's the first time I've... Yeah, I think that's the first time I've actually caught wind of that we're on the 3rd floor. Okay, I'm leaving. I gave him a quick hug. Thanks, PBG. Yeah, no problem. I shut and locked the door behind him, as promised, then crawled into bed. As I pulled Mr. Bunny to my chest, Mai snickered from her bunk. So you got something to say? No, I'm not saying anything. She snickered again. The bed shifted as she turned over and settled down to sleep. I was glad PBG came. I felt much safer knowing he was looking out for me. I shifted groggily awake the next morning, well before my alarm was supposed to go off. So early, in fact, that it was still dark out. I stretched my neck, which stiffened in the night, and came to the question that what was sitting in the back of my mind the entire time I was trying to sleep. What should I do now? PBG said he had my back, and I knew Mai did too. With those two supporting me, I felt like I could handle things, but I should tell my teacher, handle it myself. I didn't know what was doing this. Something wasn't adding up. My thoughts ran back to last night, PBG pulling me against him. Thank goodness. Why was I thinking about that now? I had better things to do. You're a true main character, Hana. Hoo boy, this is great. You're dense as a brick. Alright, okay, Mai's a part of this. That's what's going on. Mai's a part of this. Oh, sometimes I just want to strangle you. And why? Wait. I flicked on a light, quietly pulled open my drawer, digging through until I found all the secret admirer notes I had. I laid them out on the floor in front of me, glancing from one to the next. That's it! That's what was wrong with them the whole time. That's what was making them awkward. That's why I didn't like them. They weren't written like the person loved me at all. Not even the crazy obsessive watch you while you sleep because I'm a vampire kind of love. They were like someone was trying to replicate what love looked like. Not to mention they were hinting at staying away from the normal Boots Club. Maybe I wasn't so afraid of this secret admirer after all. A loud thud slammed to the door. I was on my feet in a flash. I pulled open, hoping to catch a glimpse of the secret admirer in the act. But as I stepped into the hallway, my foot landed on something soft. Something soft, squishy, and warm. I looked down. Oomph! I slammed a hand against my mouth and lifted my foot back into the air.
What?
PBG? Ha! He fell asleep right outside the door. He was snoring quietly on the floor, sprawled out against the entrance to my room. I knelt down beside him, prodded him frantically. PBG, get up! You have to go before someone sees you! Had he been here all night, standing watch at my door? You need to go. You'll get caught. He didn't say anything. He barely seemed to even register that I was there. I waved a hand in front of his face, and his eyes didn't track it. Because they're fake guys again. Still sleeping. PG grabbed my wrist and pulled me to the ground next to him, snuggling up to me like I was a body pillow. PBG? He sighed in response and threw one of his long legs over my lower body. Uh-oh. I was pinned up against him, centimeters away from his face. His sleeping face. What a cute face. That is such a CG moment, CG picture moment, and we can't see it? I smiled in sleep, but he looked so tender, so open. It made me want to kiss him. Wait. It made me want to what? PBG, wake up! With that cry, I threw my arm back and punched him hard in the stomach. He clutched his stomach and rolled off of me. I stood and adjusted my PJs as if nothing happened.
Hana.
What was that for? I'm sorry, but you need to go. What? Why? Because you just do, that's why. I stood there with my arms crossed, face aflame. After looking at me for a bit, PBG seemed to realize where he was. Oh, oops! Sorry, Hana. You weren't supposed to know I was here. Were you here all night? Well, it wasn't all night. I sighed. You need to do that, you know. I wouldn't have been able to sleep if I didn't know whether you were safe. You didn't sleep anyways. Exactly. I smacked my face. Just go. Okay. He started off down the hallway, but halfway down he paused and turned. Hana? This might sound weird, but I had a dream that we were cuddling on the floor here. That was just a dream, right? Oh god, no. Hana, I'm sorry, I... Just forget that it happened. And he turned and sprinted off down the hallway. I stepped back into my room. It was finally light out, but I was already tired enough to go back to sleep. No, I can't. I smacked my face with my hands, waking myself up. I have an admirer to catch. There was a rustle from Mai's bunk. I followed my thick yawn. You girl. She raised a fist feebly into the air, then let it drop and turned over again. In seconds, she was back asleep. As soon as the bell rang, I was on my feet and over to PBG's desk. Hana! Look, it wasn't... I want to catch him. Would never make you uncomfortable? Wait, what? I want to catch whoever's been writing the notes. I'm sick and tired of hiding, but I'm also really scared. I don't think I can do it alone. Would you be willing to help me? His chest swelled, and he jabbed a thumb at himself.
Yeah!
Of course, leave it to me!
PBG.
Thank you! You should know by now, if you ever need my help with anything, I'll come running. I'll definitely protect you with everything I've got.
PBG.
But, how are you going to do this? I wiped my eyes and grinned. I have a plan. Hana, you look kind of scared right now. Don't worry, you'll be safe. Let's go somewhere else to discuss it. The walls might have ears. I've never seen a wall with ears. Forget it, just come with me. I crouched by the door to my room, listening intently for any movement. PBG was ready and in position. The only thing that remained was the admirer. Would he come, or did he know something was up? I listened to the clock ticking away. Periodically, I checked the time on my phone. 11:36, 11:55, 12:23. There! Stop! I flung the door open. A tall silhouette stood there, and when he saw my face, he yelled and started to run. A tall silhouette. Too late! PBG came flying around the corner, dashing through the open bathroom door. He lunged at the man in front of me. They both crashed to the ground. Get off of me! Get off! Was that Ian?
No.
Stop moving! Stop! PBG pinned the guy to the ground. Finally, we saw who it was. It was Luke! Oh shit, Luke! But... Why would you be doing this to Hana? Why are you trying to hurt her? He's not. I gently pulled PBG's jacket. He moved off of Luke. Luke rolled his shoulders, mumbling angrily to himself. Luke was trying to keep me too distracted to compete in the tournament, weren't you? A surprised look crossed Luke's face, and then he smiled. Yeah, I was. How'd you figure that out? But why? The notes? I thought they would be a pleasant way of distracting you. Everybody likes to have people crushing on them. But it kind of backfired a bit at the end. Then I was in too deep to go back, so I'm sorry. Luke. That's not nice, Luke. In too deep. Yeah. Then to my surprise, Luke started blushing. See, I never meant anything by it, but over time I ended falling for you, Hana. Oh snap, Luke.
What?
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 Yeah, people are like, what? Crazy, right? So I made up my mind. Luke got to his feet, brushing off his clothes. He held out a hand for PBG, who took it and pulled him up as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! If I beat you in a tournament, PBG, I'm going to confess to Hana, but you're in front of me, you're doing it now. PBG froze, Luke's hand still in his. I looked from one to the other, unsure of what to do. It's up to you how the rest of this plays out. May the best man win, eh? Luke winked and let go of PBG's hand. It stayed there, hovering in the air, like PBG was frozen in ice. I better get a good night's sleep if I want to win. No way I can lose now.
Catch you later.
See you tomorrow. PBG, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, he's jealous? I didn't see that coming at all. Me neither. To my horror, a blush spread across my cheeks. Do you like him?
What?
Like him? I barely know him. I said this, but PBG looked unconvinced. You know, now that I think about it, Luke would get a couple times just kind of showed up or like looked over to me. And he's kind of, that like, first, like, what, like, yeah, for, like, no reason. I should have caught on to that. I pressed my cheeks, trying to remove the flush from my face, but to no avail. Well, I'm not going to lose to him, got it? Yeah, got it. So even if you want him to win, he's not gonna. Right, yeah. I'm going to win, me! PBG punched the air.
Yeah.
I joined him. Together we stood there, fists in the air, staring at the ceiling.
Hey, what's up?
So we found the guy? Yeah, it was Luke, he said. Hana, you should get some rest. I gotta get out of here before someone finds me. Oh, okay. I didn't want him to leave. I felt like there was a misunderstanding, like he'd gotten the wrong idea. And I just really wanted to clarify, but why? It wasn't actually that important. Not as important as getting sleep the night before the tournament.
Bye.
Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Night. I watched him go, a weird look on her face. He okay? I guess so. So Luke wants to confess to you? Wait, you heard? Of course I heard. We're in the middle of the hallway and you guys were shouting. I pointed a finger down the hall. Heads were poking out of doors. Eyes bleary. Of course David didn't notice. Hey, do you guys mind shutting the hell up? Kakasu wishes to be invited to this wild party. Sorry. I guess it's good everything got sorted out, though. Now you can get some sleep and kick ass tomorrow. Yeah. Mai smiled at me and flipped off the light. We crawled into our respective beds. I shut my eyes, trying to sleep. But if everything was solved, why did I feel just as uneasy as before? I should really get some sleep. I woke up the next day, butterflies flying through my stomach. The tournament, how would things go? Had months of time prepared, but in the end I didn't spend much time practicing, especially not compared to Ian. Would I really be able to beat him? I had to if I wanted to join the normal boots club. With these thoughts in my mind, I changed into my Asagao uniform and crept out of the room. It was early on a Saturday morning. After our late night, I wanted to let my sleep. I stepped out into the fresh spring air, taking a deep breath. My event was one of the first to go, so I had to be there earlier than most. Plus, it took a little time to get to Higanbana. I set my shoulders and started across the campus. Oh snap. Arcades everywhere. The arcade at which the tournament was being held was much smaller than I expected. Let me check my tournament points. I got 35 tournament points. And the whole thing's full. I guess that's good. The arcade at which the tournament was being held was much smaller than I expected. I feel like I'd find some kind of convention, but instead it was a small local arcade filled with arcade machines, smaller rooms split off, which were probably where the individual competition would take place throughout the day. A few people milled about the space, generally older folk in their 20s and 30s. I glanced at the agenda in my hand and made my way to one of the back rooms. When I entered the competition room, I found 2 chairs on an elevated platform, a computer and a projector sitting between them and hooked up to separate controllers. By the way, this music is awesome. Listen to that. Ian sat in one of the chairs, looked bored out of his mind.
Good morning.
Ian!
Hey.
It's about time you showed up. I was starting to get worried that you died. Aw, it's sweet of you to be concerned. Is it? Yeah. I got into the chair next to him. A man came over to me to check my name and club affiliation. I said I was a member of the Normal Boots Club, a small surge of pride making me sit up as I said it. There were chairs lined up for people to watch us compete, and to my surprise, the entire room soon filled. I searched the crowd to find Normal Boots Club. There they were! Everyone but PBG? I'm pretty sure that's what I read. Where was he? I stared worriedly into the crowd. A blur of movement caught my eye. Luke was sitting in a chair on the edge with the rest of the Hidden Block Club, waving frantically at me. When he saw me looking, he gave me a big thumbs up and rolled his eyes.
Really?
Would it kill you to root for your own teammate? I giggled. Finally, the lights around us dimmed and the projector started up, showing the main menu of Dumbledoo's Revenge on the screen. It was time to start. As the MC began his introduction and explained the rules of the game, Ian turned to me and a smirk on his face. Sure you're ready for this?
Yeah.
You bet I am. Ready to go? The man turned to us, Ian and I nodded. Then, 3, 2, 1, start! The game began. Immediately I clicked to fill my screen with 2 more lines of blocks. Ian began working with what he had. I scanned the blocks for pink hearts, eliminating them one by one, making combos where I could. So I wasn't advanced enough to plan tons of combos ahead of time, but I couldn't make it much more likely for combos to happen through probability. The pinks were all but gone. Green leaves were next. Everything flipped at the top of the screen. It must be comboing, which meant I had a few seconds before those blocks would fall. I set up a combo on top of the screen and started eliminating the orange blocks below it. Then it happened. A 6 combo jumped out at me from on the screen. My eyes crossed as I stared at it in shock. I just had to move the top block over 1 space. Then I quickly saw it. As quickly as I saw it, it vanished. Those blocks looked normal again. You're dead! As Ian's blocks fell upon my humble kingdom, I slid the combo into place. 2, 3, 4 combo, 5 combo, 6 combo, 7 combo, 8 combo! Ian's attack converted into blocks and hovered above mine. I set up several more combos and waited for them to fall. 10 combo, legendary! Dumbadoob started farting out in rainbows over Ian's zone. And then, blocks. So many blocks. They didn't come in a chunk, they came in a torrential downpour all over Ian's sides, sliding from left to right and back again. Ian blinked, his hands and eyes moving frantically over to the screen. I wasn't sure he had ever seen something like that before. I sure hadn't. I continued the combo while this was happening, but at this point, there was no need. Ian's screen filled up. He kept trying to make combos until the very end, but... game over. That was it. I won. I stared, dumbfounded, at the screen in front of me. Ian's mouth hung open. The room was silent. Then...
Whoa!
Yeah, Hana!
Aw, yeah.
I knew you could do it! I glanced up to see the room applauding, all of it, even the Hidden Block Club. The announcer was gaping at the screen. I've never seen a score that high! Certain I was red as a tomato. I stood to climb off the platform. Not so fast. Ian stepped in front of me, grim as always. I braced myself for his infamous sarcasm. But to my surprise, he laughed.
Hana.
That was a hell of a game, Hana. That's exactly what I wanted from you. He held a hand in the air. I looked at it in confusion. Don't leave me hanging. Oh! I high-fived him. He clasped my hand in his. Thanks, Hana. That was fun. Then he disappeared into the pressing crowd. I wiggled my way through all the people eager to find PBG. I looked for his head above the rest of the crowd, but I couldn't see him anywhere.
Hana!
There you are! Luke grabbed my shoulder and turned me around to face him. I jumped about a foot back, arms held up defensively. I got a question. If I pick any of the other guys, would the secret admirer be the opposite person of who they're facing? I feel like that's kind of what happens. Because this is like perfectly set up for PBG and Luke to duke it out. What are you doing, weirdo? Have you seen PBG? Our match is in an hour. He still hasn't shown up.
What?
What? I glanced at my phone, dread sinking in my stomach. No way. He couldn't still be asleep because of last night, could he? Thanks, Luke. I've got it covered. I dashed away from the arcade, raced across campus. No matter what. No matter what. PBG had to win his round. Thankfully, John left his door unlocked, probably assuming PBG would be leaving soon after him. I burst through the door and found PBG right where I expected him. PBG, wake up! I ran to the side of his bed, grabbed him, shaking him frantically. Huh? What is it? You idiot! Your event is in 45 minutes! Get up!
What?
What? You can't lose to Luke! You hear me? You can't! Oh no! PBG sprang out of his bed, already fully dressed. My jaw dropped. I was prepared in case this happened. Come on, let's go! He grabbed my hand and pulled me from the room. Together we ran across the campus. His legs were almost twice the size of mine, so I could barely keep up. He was practically dragging me there. Did I already miss your event? Yeah, you did. I'm sorry. How did you do?
Yeah.
I won! Somehow I managed to win!
What?
Really? Hana, that's amazing! I know, I'm really proud of myself. You should be. We flew across the campus, out through the streets, and into the mall. Actually, I was thinking. I really like playing games. Like a lot. A whole lot. I didn't ever have any plans for my future or passions, really. But I think I want to work with games. I think that's what I want to do. PBG stopped. We both panted. Me doubled over. When I looked up, I realized we were at the arcade.
Hana.
That's great! I smiled at him. Thanks to you, isn't it? No, it's thanks to you. Uh-huh. Whatever you say. PBG smiled at me, and for a brief second, I felt like I was floating on air. I was so happy. He looked at me with steel in his eyes. Hana, I'm not going to lose.
What?
He clenched his fist. No matter what, I'm not going to lose to Luke. Not in this match, not in anything else. Do you hear me? Yes, I hear you. There are things at stake that are important to me, so no matter what, I'm going to give it my best. Will you be there?
Yeah.
Of course I will. That's all I need. Come on, you need to go get signed up. PG filled out his registration at the front desk and we sprinted to the pinball area. We found Luke already playing at the machine. A woman nearby told us he was on his last leg.
Ugh.
No.
Unfreaking believable.
That sounds like Luke, alright. The ball fell out of his grasp and Luke groaned. A score flashed across the screen. 1,300,700... Wait, hold on. 375,200. You have to beat that? Isn't that a lot for pinball? It won't be easy, but I'll try. PBG approached the machine, stretching out his neck like a professional athlete. The machine had an alien theme to it, and it was pretty cool. Tiny little gray creatures stood in groups on its base, with a UFO the ball could enter, a NASA spaceship, and several other space-themed features. PBG pulled back on the crank and started up the game. I didn't have any sense of how pinball worked as a game. I guess it had something to do with reflexes and angles, something that a person with a knack for math would find fascinating, combined with a good deal of luck. That being said, PBG was good. Really good. I watched and cheered the crowd as he knocked the ball through the various obstacles, his score slowly rising. It was odd though. There was no place for an alien abduction. You would think with an alien theme there'd be an abduction. PBG blew through one ball, 2 balls, 3 balls. Finally he reached his last round, but he was still 300,000 points short. He swallowed, hand hovering over the trigger. I watched it roll over and into the machine, my hands over my mouth. But as I watched, he ignored the UFO that he had previously targeted for all his points. Instead, he was shooting the ball at the very top corner of the machine in a blank space. What was he doing? There wasn't any way to get points there. We waited, concentrating hard as the ball came down, hand poised at the ready. It rolled over onto the flipper, and just before it fell into the pit below, PBG pressed the button. And missed. Uh-oh. The ball rolled into the pit below. His game ended. 250,000 points short. Oh no! He lost. No! No, don't tell me! He approached me after pale and sweaty. PBG? No, it's fine, it's fine. He looked anything but fine. I glanced at Luke, who was watching PBG from a distance. Even he didn't seem very happy. Hana, do you mind? I'd like to catch my breath. Go catch up with the other guys, okay?
Well...
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Hana. You didn't do anything. He walked away, shoulders slumped. I left to find and watch the rest of the NB events. There was nothing I could do. We found the Noraboo's Club in the arcade, watching Paul and Josh go head to head in Canal Fighter. They saw us coming.
All right.
Hana, you did it! Jared raced towards me and pulled me into a hug. Everyone else crowded around, trying to pat me on the head or give me a high five. I knew you had it in you.
Copacetic.
You set a new high score for the division. Did you realize that? Copacetic. Actually, I don't think that's going to be caught in the camera. Copacetic.
Really?
Really?
All right.
That combo rate is pretty difficult to do. It's rare to even see it happening. The EMC was stunned. Did you see his face? He mimicked the guy's face, looking like a portrait of the Scream.
You're the best.
We're really happy for you. It was a few seconds before the other realized PBG was there too. Oh yeah? How'd it go, Peebs? PBG turned away and John's face fell. Really? You? What happened? I guess the better man won. That's not true. But he shook his head. He didn't want to talk about it. Well, nothing we can do about it now. Let's play some games, huh? For fun, this time, not work. The tournament continued as the rest of us hung around in the main arcade area, playing games and cheering each other on. Members peeled off one at a time for their events. Satch, then John, then Shane. The last people to leave were Continue in their 3-man tag team. We watched them go, hearts in our throats. Finally, they came back and it was time to announce who had won the tournament. The Hidden Block Club and Normal Boots Club stood around the MC, who tallied the scores in front of us. Finally, he cleared his throat. The winner of the 2015 Southwest Tournament is... the Normal Boots Club! Yeah! We won! Yes! We did it! We descended onto the stage in a warm swarm of happiness. The poor MC didn't know what hit him. He was surrounded by a group of cheering mosh-putting teenagers. He held up the trophy with one hand. PBG grabbed it. The MC crawled out from underneath us. We would like to thank all of our friends, family, and fans for their support. We really could not have done this without you. And we have an announcement to make. We've got a new member. Introducing Hana Mizuno. Oh shit, we're getting the clap. We're getting the boots. We're getting the boots. The crowd clapped politely as I walked to the front of the stage, bowing compulsively. Hello, I'm Hana Mizuno, and I'm glad to be something. I don't know. She's glad to be here, I guess. As they cheered, I felt something heavy and soft fall over my shoulders. I grabbed it, then gasped. PBG stood over me, beaming. Welcome to the Normal Boots Club, Hana! Oh snap, look, she's got the little jacket and everything. My very own Normal Boots jacket. Thank you all. We joined a Normal Boots Club. PBG and I stepped into a small recess by ourselves. I could finally breathe. The two clubs were now celebrating together, as if there was never a division between them. To be honest, it felt there hardly was one. The tournament was more for show than anything. It was a whirlwind of stress, and now that it was over, I was exhausted. I was prepared to look at this tournament like a distant memory. A happy, beautiful memory. I have to say, that was unexpectedly fun. Did you think it wouldn't be? It's not that. I was so nervous, I thought there was no way I could make it. I would make it through without throwing up. Well, you did, and you did us proud. I blushed. I think it's about time we get out of here, though. I don't like the look on that guy's face. He gestured to one of the people who staffed the tournament, who was waiting with a broom and trash bag, looking ready to slaughter us one by one. Whoa, okay, right, I'll just...
Hey.
Hana, I was looking for you. I should have known I'd find you with this guy. Luke patted PBG on the shoulder, who frowned at him. What's up, man? We were just about to head out. That's perfect timing then. I needed to give you something, Hana. Luke dug around in his pocket and pulled out a small book, which he opened to reveal a crisp, clean envelope. Another letter? If you don't mind, I think this will be the last. Not really knowing what to do, I took it. Thank you, I guess? He looked at me with something of a pained expression, then suddenly... Luke? He pulled me into a hug, his long arms completely engulfing me. I hugged him back on impulse, feeling his lean muscle through his shirt. Don't open it right away, okay? Wait until you're alone. He released me, a slight tint to his face.
Okay, well, see you around.
Anyways, thank you for everything, Hana. Without waiting for my reply, he disappeared into the arcade, where the others were starting to clean up. PBG came to stand by my side, practically on top of me, looking disgruntled. Are you sure those letters were fake? Well, no one could sincerely be that corny in their love letters, right? Even as I said it, doubts formed in my mind. I glanced at the pristine envelope in my hands, the last of the letters Luke would ever write me. He didn't send them well at all, and even tried to scare me. But that was the case, why was he giving me this last letter? He said he liked me in the other letters. Of course, it was all a charade, but he did say it. Maybe. PBG screwed up his face, then took a deep breath. Hana, Then he stopped, his eyes wide. He shoved his hands in his pockets, eyes trained on a point far behind me. Never mind.
What?
Were you going to say something? No. No, I was not. No! He sighed and reached out a hand and pet the top of my head. Hey! I hope it goes well for you. No! What are you talking about? I'll support you. If he ever makes you sad, let me know. I'll beat him up real good. Anyways, get your hands off my head. It's not fair that you can use your height against me like that. He chuckled and led the way to the door. I didn't know why, but I felt like something ended right there. Something big, something more than just a tournament. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me we're not going to end up with him. No, come on. Sunlight was fading by the time I got back to the dorm room. I said goodbye to PBG in front of the Primrose. For some reason, he stood and watched me walk into the building. It wasn't late enough to be dangerous. Jeez, he was too protective. Something about the look on his face bothered me. I felt like he was saying goodbye, but it's probably better to let him be. Besides, I had a letter to read. With trembling hands, I ripped open Luke's last letter. Hana, I know I have a lot to explain, and I hope this does everything justice. See, I knew as soon as PBG saw you walk up to the front of the class that the poor boy was hopelessly in love with you. I watched you interact at lunch. It slowly started to drive me crazy. He loved you, but wasn't doing anything about it. After nothing happened at the festival, I decided to take matters into my own hands. Initially, I just wanted to be another suitor, hoping that would spark a fire and make him hurry it up. I thought you were getting closer, but that didn't work either. So finally, I felt I had to do something drastic. After all, nothing says romance like overcoming crazy people together, right? It was like a big, huge opera or something. At least I hope it was. But since that still didn't work, I had to act like I was in love with you. It should be obvious by now, but I'm not. Not that you're not great or anything, but PBG's the one for you. Hopefully this finally got the poor boy in gear. Wishing you the best, Luke. I set the letter to the side and laid down on my bed. Luke, what an idiot. Ah! I got the bad ending. Everything was going great. What the fuck? Oh no, no, no! I can't let that stay. This is the finale. I'm not gonna. No, no, no! Bad end? Are you kidding me? I gotta sit to the credits now. We're going back. Danielle Hargrave. Yeah, the wife made it. The wife of PBG made this, and I messed it up. Story, Nicole. I don't know who Nicole is. Kara helped in that. Kara handled all hidden routes. And there's hidden routes. PBG route, Kara, featuring Luke Sizemore. Luke helped out with that one, huh? And Danielle, background art, Badriel, I don't know who that is. But it's nice artwork. Desert Fox did the GUI design. Nearest voice actors, Chibi Sami. I'm gonna have to look those people up. Saya Pimp is the one behind the music. Good job. Garrett Williamson betrayed Connor Klang. Zerachi. Oh, Zerachi helped. Nice, Zerachi. Todd did the opening video. Nice. Creepspit Pasa helped with the coding? Well, alright then. I didn't know he helped with coding. No wonder he's in it, in the game. Technical support, Austin Kruckmeyer. Would that be, is Kruckmeyer Mr. Arcadia Austin? Not so. I can't believe we got the bad ending. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Everything was going great.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
How far back do I need to go? I honestly don't know. I don't know how much this is gonna stay in, but I need to figure out what's going on. Alright, this time, let's leave him alone. I don't like it, but I guess he made his decision. Mai smiled at me. Yes? Oh, nothing. I'm just happy to see my little Hana growing up so fast. Pardon? She clapped a hand on my shoulder and pushed me back towards campus. Come on, dinner's almost over and I want a hot dog. Together in the dying sunlight, we walked to the cafeteria. Still, I couldn't stop worrying about what was going on with PBG. I'd be able to talk to him tomorrow. No use worrying about it till then. Alright, skip time because all this is going to play out the same. Alright. This time we're going to follow Mai. Mai was right. If he came out here past curfew to practice, he probably wanted to be alone. There was no point in butting into his business. If he needed my help, he'd tell me. Right? Okay, let's go. We dashed up the hill. So I'm going to save this right now. Save that right there. Alright, we dashed up the hill. We came down. Just before reaching the top, I slipped. Eep. I slid down the hill. Hana. Mai jumped after me, grabbed my arm, stopping my slow descent. She looked across the field and tugged on my arm. Come on, Hana, let's go. I got to my feet and struggled up the hill. Fearfully, I looked over my shoulder. PBG now saw a small figure in the middle of the field. It was looking towards us. I couldn't make out the expression on his face, but he made no move to stop or call out to us. Mai and I had made our way back to the dorm in silence. You think everything will be okay? I didn't know, so I didn't respond. See, I don't like that. That's like such a passive thing to try to do. But I feel like it would make more sense to approach PBG, because wouldn't that be something you do in real life? And even though they're like, oh, just don't worry about it, it just... that doesn't make sense to me. This game. How's this conversation gonna go?
Well,
Sorry, hon, I'm usually at the theater, so I haven't been around much. She's been working as usual. Or he's working too hard. So it's like every scene is just gonna play the same, no matter what my choices are. I mean, like the scenes are slightly different, but everything else is the same. That's what I'm assuming. Trust him. I was told to trust him. Shane was patting me on the head. He was actually smiling. I know you care about him a lot, but PG isn't a little boy anymore.
Yeah.
He can take care of himself. Alright, so there was... Okay, this scene is playing out a little different. Instead of getting in a fight with them, and Luke showing up... Without another word, Shane left.
Hey!
Wait for me! What just happened? A hurried Luke dashed past me.
Hana!
You better hurry up. Class starts in a minute.
what?
Whoa, what? Thank you. Oh, the one decision where I look or don't look. You know, this entire time I've been like avoiding it, so I might as well not look. And I saw nothing. I couldn't believe this had happened to him. This was his worst nightmare. Wasn't there some way I could help him? See, this time she didn't feel like, yeah, I was right. Sucks for you. I'll take this slide and you can hear him. Are you listening? Oh, sorry, what was that? It was a day after PBG dinner. His knee was wrapped in brace and his ankles stiffly bandaged to keep it from moving too much. He should have even been walking, but he insisted on coming to class if everything was normal. I read the slide, you can do the movements. Sure. Alright, this scene's a little different. No matter what I try, it was as if he was on another planet. Hey, how are you feeling? I'm fine. See, this time he's not all, fuck you, you're not the easiest person to talk to. I'm still gonna say yes for this, because... yeah, I'm still gonna say yes. Alright. I think...
Whoa! Aw, yeah.
Alright, from here, I'm just gonna read. Alright. Or when I looked up, it was the arcade. That's great. I found him. That's the same.
What?
Let me give my best. Will you be there?
Yeah.
Of course I will. That's all I need. Go get signed up. Found Luke already playing the machine. A woman nearby told us he was on his last leg.
Ugh.
No.
Unfreaking believable.
Alright, the same score. It'll be tough, but I think I can do it. PBG approached the machine, stretching out his neck like a professional athlete. The machine had an alien theme to it, and it was pretty cool. Tiny like green. This is all the same. The crank started the game. Because it had something to do with reflex and angles combined with the go. That being said, PBG was good, really good. I watched them cheered as the ball turned, his score slowly rising. Osado or something. Production. PBG blew through 1 ball, 2 balls, 3 balls. Alright, here we go. Here's where it's gonna be different. Hovering over trigger.
Yay!
He believes in you. She believes in you, man. Turn around to look at me. He gave me a thumbs up and turned back to machine. Then he launched the ball. See, I think that was different. I don't think that happened last time. I watched it roll over to machine. My hands pressed against my chest. He can do this. He can do this. As I watched, he ignored the UFO he previously in the top corner of the machine in the blank space. What was he doing? There wasn't any way the point to get there. He waited, concentrating hard as the ball came down, hand poised at the ready. And just before it fell into pit below, PBG launched it. It shot to the right corner and disappeared. What? Where? An odd beam-like sound emitted. The game started lighting up. Secret found! Alien abduction! 500,000 points! Rolled across the screen. My jaw dropped. PBG crossed his arms with a smile. With Luke beat, he played the last round primarily for fun before finally letting it end. 1,895,800 points. He did it. He won. I flew to him screaming,
Yay!
You won, PBG! You won!
Yeah.
I did it! I did it! I did it! I won! He picked me up and spun around in a circle laughing. When he set me down, he spun to face Luke and pointed at him. Ha! You can suck it! Luke held out his hand, a solemn look on his face. What can I say? The better man won. He looked from me to PBG, beaming. I guess Hana will get what she deserves this way. Yeah, she will. Pardon? PBG colored and looked away. Luke laughed. Don't worry about it. You're perfect. I cocked my head in confusion, but Luke just laughed and left. PBG, what did he... PBG grabbed my hand and pulled me away from the arcade. I've got to tell the guys the good news. We found the Norbu's Club, watching Paul Joss go ahead and Canal Fighter.
Alright.
Alright, this is pretty much the same. Yep.
Copacetic.
Copacetic.
Alright.
Oh yeah, how'd it go, Peebs? PG flipped his hair and gave a dramatic thumbs up. I did it, I beat him. Oh, oh great. Alright.
Huh.
Yeah, good job, man.
That's
it? We didn't expect you to lose. After all, you're part of the normal boot. Oh, come on. Roll back. We didn't expect you to lose after all. You're part of the normal boots club. It's the second time Jared has caused this to happen. You and your damn sparkles, Jared. At those words, I raised a hand. Paul pointed at me.
What's up?
Yes, Hana. What is your question? So, what does this mean? I get to join a normal boots club? What are you talking about? Get to join the Normal Boots Club. PBG slid an arm around my shoulders and pulled me towards him in a one-armed hug.
Yeah.
You've been a member forever.
Hana.
We're glad to have you, Hana. I glanced at all the members' smiling faces, except for Shane. He was standing quietly to one side. When I made eye contact with him, he sighed.
Well,
I guess it won't be too bad having you around.
Yay!
Yes, thank you! The tournament continued as the rest of us hung around in the main arcade area, playing games and cheering each other on. Members peeled off one at a time for their events. Yeah, this is the same message. Yes! We did it! Sound of the stage. Watch putting. Here we go, here we go! To say, this is unexpectedly fun. Did you think it wouldn't be? It's not that I was so nervous, there was no way I could make it through without throwing up. Well, you did? Okay, I blushed. I think it's about time we get out of here. I don't like the look on that guy's face. Alright, that was the same. I'll just...
Hey.
Luke patted PBG on the shoulder, who frowned at him. What's up, man? We're just about to head out. That's perfect time. I need to give you something. Alright, this is still the same. If you don't mind, this will be the last. Thank you, I guess. Look at me with something, pain expression, and suddenly... Oh no, don't tell me it's still gonna be a bad end. He pulled me into a hug, his long arms completely engulfing me. Hugged me back on impulse, feeling his lean muscle through his shirt. Don't open right away, okay? Wait until you're alone. Don't tell me he's not... PBG was never supposed to find out about Luke.
Okay, well, see you around.
She came to my side practically on top of me, looking disgruntled. Are you sure those letters are fake? Well, to tell the truth, it's because they didn't sound anything like you. I said it almost without thinking, but at the time the words were out of my mouth, I was blushing furiously. That was it, the whole time. That was why I wasn't happy about having an admirer. That was why I asked the letters to stop. That was why I asked people to help me to stop them. I want him to be the one writing the letters this whole time. At first I couldn't see him as anything but my best friend. The little boy I used to cheer up and save from the ever-present threat of alien invasion. He was still that little kid to me. But over time, I realized how much he changed. He didn't need me to look out for him anymore. Instead, he was the one looking out for me. I tried to convince myself that my feelings weren't romantic. That he was like a good brother to me. That he was a very special friend. Dependable, hardworking, funny, and so very, very kind. But I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't lie to myself. I thought I would be satisfied just being his friend, that could stand by his side as long as the earth turned, and there would be no danger of losing my place. It was less risky than romance. We would definitely stick together forever. But even with the potential for a new suitor on the horizon, I couldn't. I wanted PBG. I wanted to be with him. I stared at him, hardly daring to breathe, watching for his next move. So you knew? What? I'm so sorry if I ever made you uncomfortable. I really didn't want to. I've been trying to confess for a while now, but I kept feeling like maybe you didn't like me that way. Maybe you just wanted to stick to being friends. I couldn't bear the thought I would confess and you would reject me and wouldn't feel comfortable being my friend anymore. I didn't want to make you feel like I was your friend to date you or something, because our friendship really means a lot to me, even though I have liked you ever since we were little. Not that was something I was ever going to tell you. But you could probably tell this is probably making you uncomfortable, and I'm so sorry. So sorry that this isn't the case. I'm sorry that I misinterpreted your feelings. I understand that you just want to be friends. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to be really sad about it for a while. I don't promise that I won't punch out Luke if he ever bothers you, but if I can at least stand by your side for a while longer, even if it's just as your friend, I would be happy. But He stared at the ground, flushed. I'm just gonna go now, sorry. Wait, don't go! He started for the exit faster than my mind could catch up to what he said. You mean you, like me? But he was out of earshot. Horrified, I ran after him. He hadn't gotten far. I quickly ran up to him and grabbed him a hold of his sleeve. Where are you going? He froze, not looking up or turning around. Do you really not know after all this? PBG, I love you. Oh, she said it? He looked at me in utter shock. You do? Why? Stupid, is that all you have to say? He searched my eyes, then started beaming. My gosh, you're serious? Of course I'm serious. He grabbed me around the waist, lifted me into the air, spinning me in circles. Hana, you love me! I just said that. I love you. Don't say that. You're being so loud. I can't help it, I'm happy. He set me down, the world spun before my eyes. I gripped his wrist to steady myself. You... Oh, yeah! Let me just, look at that. Oh, that's adorable. He kissed me. This was... In moments, my shock faded. I relaxed into him. It was warm. He pulled away from me and we looked at each other, eyes glistening. But I didn't want to stop. I grabbed the front of his shirt and pulled him down towards me again, but...
Alright!
It's about time. Oh, hello, Jared. PBG and I sprang apart. She had some in her teeth. I was just trying to headbutt him. Oh no, you can't fool me. I'd recognize the looks on your faces in the heat of battle. He winked and PBG stammered out some more excuses as the rest of the Normal Boots crew pulled up behind Jared.
Alright.
Haha, did they finally manage to confess their feelings? Even better, they were making out.
Whoa!
Dude! I know, just starting to think PBG would never get around to it. What's that supposed to mean?
Well...
You're a bit of a wuss. I am not. This is totally not reflective of my character. And besides, I was the one who confessed in the end. She glanced at me and I looked away. Shane glanced at me and I looked away. Hana seems to think differently. Hana? I mean, it was kind of just a happenstance. Hana, back me up here. Point being, now I know. Lame dude. Whatever. PBG strode across to me and put his arm around me. Hana is my girlfriend now, so you guys can totally suck it.
Yeah!
I got the best girl there is. Be jealous.
I don't know.
Huh, I don't know about that. I glared at him. Rude. Is it really? He chuckled.
I'll see you around.
Anyway, I have someplace to be. I'll catch you lovebirds later. With that, he headed off in the direction of Primrose House. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, we should tail him. That wasn't what I was thinking. Oh, what were you... Nope, tail him, right? Let's go. I cocked an eyebrow at him, but he avoided my eyes. With my hand gently in his, we followed Jared to Primrose House. Together, we could do anything. I believed that. Oh, is he gonna go talk to Mai? Best end. Oh, come on. Well, we weren't gonna find out what happens, but I got the best end. Yeah. Is there an alternative? There's best end and bad end. Is there like a middle end? Okay. Well, we did it. We finally got the best end. It took a little longer than anticipated. This is probably gonna get chopped up into more episodes than I wanted to, but yeah. Get the credits rolling again. Why not? I need to relax because you can't see it quite yet, but the sun's actually starting to come up. Oh God. Whew. This is not the official end of Asagao Academy. Might as well talk a little bit about what I think about the game. This is technically my first dating sim game. I've seen Let's Plays of other dating sims. Like, I watched Susie from Game Grumps play a couple. I think that's actually it, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play one all the way through, not counting Honey Pop, because Honey Pop doesn't really count. Let's be honest, guys, because that's more of a puzzle dating sim thing. But, this was my first experience with this. It was a little awkward considering I'm playing the girl, trying to get with guys, so it's weird, but I didn't care because it's normal boots, and you know, everybody loves normal boots, so it's like, it's cool, and you get all these references, so it's like a weird dynamic, but honestly, I kind of got into it. Kara and everyone else who wrote, you guys did a good job. I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually expecting something much worse, but you guys did a good job. And I'm going to keep playing, because I do want to see what happens, and I want to check out those hidden routes eventually. But, I think the plan is I'm just going to keep dating everyone else, and then once I can't figure out what else to do, I will start looking up stuff, but I don't want to spoil what the hidden routes are. Or anything. I don't want that spoiled. And I hear Kara's working on a new game, potentially. So hopefully it'll be as awesome as this. Oh wait, there's more! There's more! PBG and I crept silently to the door of my dorm room, pressing our ears against it. Yeah, he's talking to Mai, right? Whatever Mai and Jared were up to, we wanted to catch them in the act. They were giggling like maniacs, absolutely giddy out of their minds. I traded looks at PBG, who nodded at me and winked. I pulled out my key and slowly, ever so slowly, fit it into the lock. Thankfully, Mai let out a huge laugh just as I did so, and the sound of the keys in the lock seemed to go unnoticed. PBG leaned towards me, whispering in my ear, "I hope we don't find him in a compromising situation." He leaned back, eyes gleaming. I elbowed him in the side, my face aflame. "Ready? 3, 2, 1. I flung open the door and PBG and I ran to the room. Are they playing D&D? Mai and Jared looked up at us in shock. We stared back. Small dice lay on the floor in front of them, along with several sheets of paper and tiny action figures that, I just looked closer, resembled them. They were role-playing. That is hilarious. I love it.
What?
What? I'm ruined! Mai slung an arm around Jared's shoulder, laughing merrily. "No, you're not, you old coot. Hana's not going to do anything." Actually, do you guys want to join our campaign? I'm in a bit of a scrape, and I could really use a cleric to help. And that was how Mai and Jared somehow started dating. That's hilarious.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
That was Satch, right? Because that sounded a little weird. I'm not used to that. But it's over! Holy crap! We're gonna hop right back into this. I'm probably gonna jump in on my new route eventually. I'm gonna take a little break, because dear God, do I have a lot to edit here. I'm just gonna hop right back in right when I make the choice. So, it's gonna be to the same 5 people again. So I'm still not gonna have Jared option or the continue option. So those are probably gonna be my last routes I take before discovering the hidden routes, I guess. But yeah, wow. All right, that was fun. If you guys if you wanna have your input on what you want me to choose for my next route, let me know in the comments below. I'll probably wait until I start my next route until I see the comments. If there's no comments, I'll just keep going. But you know what's up. Hey, I'm just gonna end it now. Okay, bye bye guys. This is Firemac saying bye bye. See you next time.